What's up, guys? Welcome back. What we have here, we have a 2019 Massimo T-Boss 410 EFI. He found me here on YouTube, and what the issue is here, basically, they bought it second, third hand, or whatever it is, turned the key, and the starter just spins. So let's check that out real quick. You guys kind of hear what it is. Let's pull the seat up, get it out of the way, so you guys can kind of maybe get a little better sound of what's going on. So, key on. You can just hear it. Starter's coming over here behind the flywheel, over the flywheel. And my guess is going to be, it's going to be the one-way bearing on the back of the flywheel has gone bad. So we're going to end up changing that out. Now there is a difference between, I think it's 2000, whoa, black line, 19 and 20, or 19 and 20, and after that, beyond the Sprag clutch or the one-way starter clutch, one-way bearing for that, you know, whatever is different. So make sure you guys check your year and order the proper one according to your model. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to go ahead. You guys might see my other videos. I'm going to take all the plastic off of this thing, the side, the front, get rid of this whole entire cage. That way we can access down here into the side flywheel better. Got to drain the oil out of it also. So we can go ahead and flip the bed up here. And what we'll do, we'll take this off, all these screws, and then these 10 mil bolts here, not 10 mil bolts, 10 millimeter head on those bolts. Those will come out. This whole entire piece will come off, and then it'll give us better access. So I'll take that off camera, drain the oil off camera, and then we'll go ahead and start tearing into the side. We'll take off the intake there, and we'll look down on that, make sure it's clean, and then we'll get into that flywheel. All right, guys, we got the pan off, the middle piece out, the air box off, stator's unplugged, crank sensor's unplugged, oil is drained. I'm not sure if we can get this out with this in the way, but we're going to try. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and grab the spark plug wire, if I can get in here, and we're going to disconnect that. That way when we take this off, we can turn the key and see if it spins, and we can play with that starter clutch there. So, but we need to get this little guy out over here. May not be able to get in here some odd ways here because this cross member's in the way. Is that a 10? I need an 8. And of course, there's another nut on the back side. This kind of reminds me of, like, you know, definitely like a Can-Am. Everything's got a nut on the back side. All right, so let's try to get in here and get all these others off. I'm gonna just use my 1/4 inch swivel here. Now, I don't know the bolt lengths on here, so I'm going to set them out in the same order I take them out, and that way they look just like the cover does. That way they go back in the same spots, so I don't screw that up. I'd hate to put a hole through something just because we put the wrong bolt back in. So far they're all looking the same, which is good. 3. Now again, this is a 2019. So far they're all looking the same length. So far so good. All right, last one I believe is right here up top. and they're all the same length. So on the 19, apparently these are all the same length, which is a good thing. So let's take a look around, make sure we got them all out. Looks like we do. All right, let's try to get this cover off here. Oh, that's coming off pretty easy, actually. Let's see if that gasket saves. All right. All right. And perfect, we can get it out around that. Stator looks good. Oil actually wasn't too bad looking. Gasket looks good. Dowel pin. Oil passage right here. Another dowel pin. Now what we can do, we can check this guy. I'll hold my finger on this guy and I will try to turn the ignition over. I'm gonna have to slide you guys over here, see if you can't get a look at that. I'm not sure if this is gonna spin with it or not, but I'm gonna, you see that? That should be catching. So we know that that is actually gonna be bad. So what we gotta do now, take this big nut off. That's gonna be a tight fit. And then hopefully I have the right flywheel puller for this thing. I honestly don't know. Well, actually, it's missing 1, 2, 3. It's missing 3 bolts that hold the starter clutch on. That's not good. I would have to probably run down to the hardware store and see what we got, but it's probably gonna be, it might be a 19. No, probably a 21, 22, something like that. So let me grab the tools for that and we'll take that bolt off, take this nut off. We gotta get these guys out here too. Those will be probably a 6. Let's see if we can't get those out now since we're right here. And there's only 3 of them. The scary part is we'll try first with the impact. If they don't come loose, we'll get the impact driver. Yeah, that one actually came loose really easily. Check, check. Guys, that whole time I didn't know my microphone went dead, so I'll probably have to try to put commentary back over that. But like I was saying, we got the side case cover off. The stator looked good. Showed you some oil galleys down here. They only have 3 bolts in this. You saw me spin this over and it wasn't catching, so we know that bearing's bad. So I'm gonna loosen these up. There's only 3. It should be 6. I'll have to go find some more. And right now that one's really tight, so I'm gonna use my impact driver with a hammer and hit it so it breaks it loose. Hopefully we can get a good angle on it. And nothing. I'm hoping it's coming loose, because boy, if that sucker strips out, we're gonna be in big trouble. Let me get some light. I cannot see anything. I don't think it's spinning on the inside, but oh man. All right, well, I'm gonna go off camera and work on this thing for a minute. No point in watching me. I'll let you know how long it took me. All right, I just actually put the extension on there, hit it 3 or 4 good solid times. Now it's coming out. if you can't get it out here with our impact. I don't know if it's bent, what the story is there. But anyways, so again, got to rotate this, get the other 2 bolts out, which should be 6, and it's only 2, and now it's crazy magnetized. And of course, they don't want to turn for me now. Ugh. There we go. Get it past that compression stroke. Whew. Ow. That is a piece of metal in my finger. Yowzer. There we go. Whew. That hurt. All right, got that guy out. Now let's see what size this was. That's a 22. Did I grab anything bigger? 21, so it's probably a 24, maybe a 23. 25, 23, 24, 25, just because Chinesium. All right, 24. 24 feels pretty good, 23. All right, 24. 24 it is. Big electric impact. If not, we'll have to break the air out. All right, got it off. Oh, right down in my oil. Of all places for it to go, it would go down in my oil. All right, so let's pull. That's got a washer on there. There's not one in the back, just one in the front. Might be able to give that some taps and get it to pop off. There is no threads on the outside of this to pull that off, so you might need a 3. Even a steering wheel puller wouldn't work because it's got the woodruff key there that keeps this gear from coming off. Right, so maybe what I ended up using this. I don't remember if this is for a Yamaha Raptor or with the Suzuki. Put 3 long bolts in, back into here, and got it to come out up to the woodruff key. Now I have to come over here and get the woodruff key out because, like I said, you can't pull that past the woodruff key. So let me put these bolts back into my steering wheel puller set. I got all types of wonderful junk around here. Anyways, there we go. Close that up so I don't lose any of that stuff. All right. And like I said, the woodruff key is on the bottom side over here. So we'll get that out. Actually, let's get this gear out back here first that fell from the starter. That way we can kind of shove that backwards. Woodruff key will come out. And now we can take this bad boy out. Now you can see the one-way bearing on that. I will probably, you can just see how beat up that is. Wow. I have a whole new piece here. I might have to knock this out because, man, I tell you what. Yeah, that's in there pretty good from them teeth being gnarled up, but I'm gonna go ahead and probably set this over there and just grip this in my vise, and then take a bearing driver and just knock that guy out right there. And then we can go back to assembling it with the one I had purchased. Again, it is for a 19. All right, so here's a new one. Here's the old one. You might be able to see, as soon as I took it apart, some of these guys have started falling out everywhere. Just pieces fall. There's another one just literally fell out of my hand just now. So you just see how bad that is. It just fell right out of this guy here. So we're gonna go ahead and bolt this up, pull this guy out. I already oiled all this up. We'll spin the gear back in, then we'll slide it back on there and reverse the process of putting it back together. All right, all you do is just turn this. Remember, this gear will lock going right and will spin freely going to the left. That way when the motor's turning, it'll sit there. So now those are in, oiled up. All you have to do is just pretty much slide that back on, but let's first put our starter gear back on. Remember, it does have a washer in the front. So we'll stick this in here. Maybe, if I don't drop it down in my oil. If I can get it out. That go in there like so. There is a washer. And then, like I said, this is already oiled up. We'll slide this on like so. Get it to match up there. Woodruff key is next. All right, I got the Woodruff key. It'll go in down underneath here because hopefully it'll stay in place for me. Usually I like them straight up and down so I can see everything, but yeah, it's sticking in there. Flywheel will go back on with the slot on the Woodruff key. I'm actually going to clean out a little bit of the gunk in here. All right, line all that back up. And then now we got to line up all the bolts and everything that will go in here. Now we just got to find the right position. Huh. Did they send me the wrong? There's a Woodruff key. Did they send me the wrong one? How mad I will be. Let me check the old one first to make sure I know all those lined up, right? Yep, those lined up. Okay. And then spin it. They pretty much line up in every single time. Did they send me a newer version? Even though I specifically ordered the one for the 19. But if they did, I can actually take that out and I can put it in this here. It's not a big deal. It's just frustrating when you order the specific one for a 19 to 20 and then they send you one that doesn't fit what it's supposed to fit. So let me take that Woodruff key out one more time. And of course I drop it in my freaking oil. Let's check the back of this out. Oh no, it all lines up. Okay, I'm just off. So now I have to get get my magnet and get my Woodruff key out. I got my Woodruff key back. I did put the pan back underneath there full still, so I may have to do it again. Who knows? I might drop it again. Makes good content, right? Dummy. All right, back of that's all cleaned up. I think I'm gonna put a little grease on this so it will slide in here a little bit better. Perhaps put a little on my finger. Now again, I only have 3 of these 6 is supposed to be on here, so I have to look through my pile and see if I got some more laying around. All right. Huh. I'm having a hell of a day today. Let's try this again. Maybe a 4th time's a charm? 4th? I don't know, maybe we can drop it in the oil. All right. There we go. All right, got that. Let's see, where's my 6 to get that one started. That's that one. Exact opposite. That's that one. Yeah, let's see, that's nice and smooth. And my last one I have, and then I will go look for others. And then I'll give you guys the torque specs on these here in a second. That one, that one. So those are good and tight. Let's go ahead and put the washer on, and then the nut, and we'll hit that with the impact, make that tight, and then we'll check torque specs on that too here in a moment. Excuse me. Whoo. Is that a 24 again? Nope. What do we have here? That's a 21, 24. All right. I don't think it's going to go anywhere, but let me check for the other torque specs on these guys. Let me get these. I'm probably going to say they're going to be close to like 40 Newton meters. It's a 6 mil bolt. I can't believe we hit it with impact. Yeah, you know, that's the way it goes. All right, let me go ahead and find out what the torque on those is, so I tell you, and I'm gonna see if I have any more of these laying around. All right, so got some new ones from the hardware store. Let me finish putting Loctite on these. Now, I did not find a torque spec for this. I could not find my manual for the 410. I know the 500, the nut on the end will be 55. I know that one's torqued way over 55. But probably close to, like, I want to say, since it's a 8 mil bolt, 40 Newton meters, probably at max. Just good and tight. Just make sure you guys get them good and tight. Just don't forget that. Just get them in there good and tight. And this gun torques up to, like, I think 104 foot-pounds, something like that. So I'm honestly not too worried about these coming loose, but I know somebody's been in here before because, like you see, they are missing. Put the last one in. All right, so all those are in, good and tight. Let's bring it back over to this side. So we'll hold this in place. I'll turn the key on, and you know, it should work just fine because that's spinning freely. That's the way it's going to turn the motor. Once it stops, the one-way bearing will work that direction. So let's turn the key. I'll hold this. Hopefully I'm not blocking anything. There we go. So you can see this is actually turning along with the starter. So I'm going to check it one more time to make sure everything's straight. Yep, everything looks good there. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna clean up this lip here, and we'll go ahead and put the side cover back on, and all these bolts are gonna be 10 Newton meters. So no point in you watching me put this back on there. We'll put that back on, 10 Newton meters, and then we'll fill it up with oil. We are going to get a new spark plug for this thing. Look at this spark plug. It is nasty. DR8EA, I may have one over here on the shelf. We'll check, but we're definitely gonna get a new spark plug for this. Put it all back together, fire it up, take it for a drive. So that's probably gonna be the end of that. We take this thing for a drive. We get this up in the air here. A lot of guys ask for stuff on the 410. I haven't had too many major issues on the 410. We had that clutch we did on one video, and now you got the starter clutch or the Sprag clutch or the one-way bearing for the starter clutch, whatever you want to call it. Again, I didn't find the torque specs on my manual. I just kind of used a 500 one. I could find on a timely manner here. Again, good and tight, little red Loctite on that, 55 pounds, 55 Newton meters on the nut. And side case bolts 10 to 12 Newton meters, and fill it up back up with oil. I have to see what the exact amount of oil is. I don't know, but I'll check it as I put it in there. Probably close to 2 quarts is what I'm guessing. What I can see down in the bucket, probably close to 2 quarts. We'll button that up. We'll fire this thing up, we'll listen to it, make sure it runs right, and we'll take it for a drive and see how this thing runs. All right, guys, so got oil back into it, 1,200 milliliters. Double checked out on the dipstick. Got everything back on, everything bolted back down. Let's go ahead and turn the key on this thing and see if it fires up. I don't know if you can hear a fuel pump or not. I don't know. See if this thing runs. Hey, it runs. All right, well, let's throw the seat cover back on. Get this out of here. We'll put this grommet back inside of here. She's a little rough sounding, but it's running. All right, there we go there. I'll climb in this bad boy. It's getting ready to rain. There's a dash. All right, let's see. That's high range. Oh, emergency brake. Turn that off. There we go. All right. High range. Should be in high range, but might as well start there. Yeah. Heck yeah, there we go. Smell a little oil burning on the pipe. Let me stop this thing. Holy, let's take a look. There's that. Let's throw this thing in neutral. I mean, yeah, the front end's towed in pretty good. That's gonna make it feel really, really bad. If you tow them out just a smidge, it wants to pull itself straight again, but towed in makes the thing turn left and right like gnarly. All right, so over to low range. Over there to the right. All right, we know low range works. Back to neutral. 2-wheel drive, it was in 4-wheel drive. Blinker, blinker. Headlights, horn works. All right. Throw it in reverse. Because it shows it. Now we're in, there we go. We got rid of the 4-wheel drive. That would be one of the first things would have to go. We're back in high. Yeah, that's a lot better without the 4-wheel drive. Still got to cut up that tree that fell. Couple more things to work on. Most of it's already finished though. Let's go go ahead and come around, park this thing without making that turn. All right. Throw it back in low. Oh. Just enough to squeak by. Back to neutral. Shut her down. Sweet. So there you go. Starter was turning, motor wasn't turning, Sprag clutch was gone. That was a little bit of a job. That actually took quite a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, especially trying to figure out how to get a puller on there. I just happened to have that 3-prong puller to get it off. Then had to run to the hardware store and get 3 more bolts because those were missing. Put a little red Loctite on those, tighten them up, 40 Newton meters, nut 55. You know, you saw me hit it with an impact. So yeah, those are tight. Case bolts, 10 Newton meters. Remember, before 2020, that Sprag clutch is different than 2020 and above. So make sure you order the right part for your unit. I think I got mine off of eBay, I believe is where I got mine from. But yeah, guys, so there you go, another one on the 410. You know, you had to take the airbox off, this whole center thing out, but just made it a lot easier, drain the oil, all that stuff. Again, drop some comments below. If you haven't subbed, please do. We're just now over 4,000 subscribers after 3,000 years. 3,000 years. 3 years. We got like 4,020 subscribers almost or something like that. I have to double check. And again, oil is 1,200 milliliters or 1.2 liters. Yeah, so I mean, guys, got any questions about motorcycles, ATVs or UTVs, you can find me here on YouTube. So drop some comments, some thumbs up, thumbs down. If I helped you on the phone, man, if I answer your emails or Facebook messages, even your comments to help you out, man, guys, leaving a super thanks really helps. Liking the videos, commenting, all that stuff is really helping push the content forward. I will have some in the future, more kind of review videos out. I got some companies that want to collab with some storage stuff and some different tools and things like that. So there will be some collab videos coming out in the future and some reviews on stuff like that. If you guys want to find me on Facebook, find me at Limitless Power Sports Service Repair. You can email me at limitlesspowersports78@gmail. Find me on TikTok at Limitless Power Sports Sir and Rep. And guys, I appreciate it as always, and I will catch you on my next upload.